O'Sullivan is here. He's here. Gilbert O'Sullivan, Brother Ray. How are you, Gilbert?
I'm very well, Steve and Jamie. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, and thank you for the jersey gifts, by the way.
It's a pleasure. I let the listeners know that every visit we make, we bring you, and Tim, this time Jamie, Jersey Fudge, Jersey Chocolate, which is, of course, is extremely famous.
Yeah, and how is Jersey? Because I was listening to the radio station there the other day, just online for fun, and it's quite good, and they play you as well. You play your songs on there.
I guess I live there. It helps.
Yeah, they sort of keep in with you. Gilbert is legendary singer-songwriter who's won 2 Ivor Novello Awards and been nominated for 3 Grammys. 14 top 40 hits, including Alone Again, Naturally, Claire, Get Down, sold over 15 million albums, probably more. This Sunday, Mother's Day, Gilbert is releasing a new single. It's called Me Mum, and for this, it's just fantastic. I mean, I tell you what, shall we stop and play it? Because we'll be talking about it without having played it. So shall we play it and then come back and talk about it?
Absolutely.
This could not be anybody else but Gilbert O'Sullivan, and it's to commemorate Mother's Day, which of course is this coming Sunday. So we're going to do that, and we'll be right back with Gilbert O'Sullivan. Don't go away.
She taught me what to do. She's the sole upon my shoe, the ounce of toffee stuck inside my hand. She's a real mechanic toy that will build, break and destroy in order to make me a better man. She's more than apple pie, she's the one out of my eye. And contrary to what I've just sung, she's no raving beauty queen, just a normal human being whose job deserves the best that can be done. And she's me mum, and she's me mum. If you get ill, she'll provide you with a pill made up of some good and sound advice. If a rat got in your room, she'd engage it with a broom. Oh, the fear of God into its eyes. She's everything and more, little wonder than before. You know where you are, she's running on. Past the ball, she'll make the throw. As a fly, a jewel amongst the crown in any scrum. And she's me mum. There is, I'm sure, a side to her we don't get to see. Happens when me dad's around. Keep her company. To keep her company. And you'll be red. Riot acts from here to kingdom come. No one better to respect than whatever neck and neck. A figure would fumble than any son. A Venus with 2 arms instead of 1. A Mars only she could have become. And she's me mum. And she's me mum. She's me mum.
Now we're back with Gilbert O'Sullivan. Me mum! It's called Me Mum! That is in your style, and you were telling me there hasn't been...
Well, there's been a song about mother.
Yeah.
There's been a song about mama. There's been a song about ma, who's making eyes at you.
Yeah.
But there's never been a song with mum in it.
That's bizarre,
and that's what we always refer to our mothers as mum.
Oh.
So this is for mums everywhere. Of course,
perfect.
it's nice because it's an English thing too, which I like.
Absolutely. And there are Mother's Days, because I was in America last week. Mother's Day is a different day there.
Different dates around the world,
different dates around the world.
Yeah,
Did you know
is.
that?
That's correct, absolutely.
So you could potentially take it around the world at different times of the year.
Well, for example, we go to Japan next week, but I'm not sure me mum would necessarily relay that well.
I don't know, I think it could catch on.
Yeah.
I love the fact, as Steve said, it's very much you. We know it's you, but there's also the male voice choir in there, of course.
Here's the story of this. because I wrote the song, and I thought it was a nice thing for mums everywhere, of course, my mother, your mother, your mother. So the thing is, I thought if it's just me singing it, it might just be that tiny little bit twee. The lyrics are not twee, but it could be because I'm singing it. So I thought, if I got a male choir, a big male choir, to sing about me mum, it makes you smile before you even heard it.
It does.
So we approached the male Treacle Choir, who are fantastic, and we went down to Wales, and we recorded them in the studio. We had to do 30 at a time, because there's 60 of them.
Wow.
Right? So we recorded the tenors first, and while they were being recorded, of course, we had to feed the other 30 with drinks, and then we were bringing the baritones and the bass. But it was a magical experience. I mean, I've never worked with a choir like that before, so I thought the idea behind it, having them sing with me, would kind of, you know, just make you smile.
How long does it take a songwriter like yourself to put together a song about a specific subject? You know, matrimony, and what's the process? Okay, you're going to write a song about everybody's mum. How long would it take to come lyrically and melodically come up with it?
Well, it's the same as it's always been, Steve, with me. I mean, I hear people who say they wrote it in 5 minutes and stuff. I'm flabbergasted if you can do that. Lyrics take a long time. But I didn't set out to write a song about my mother or me mum. What I basically do is I just have tunes that I write, and then I sit down, what will this lyric be about? And the nice thing about lyric writing is that you never really know what it's going to be about. Sometimes if it's a sort of ballady melody, it'll lead you in that direction lyrically. But occasionally you just think, well, what's it going to be? It's an empty notebook. And then you think, okay, me mum, and off you go. So it's a little like that, and it'll take as long as it takes.
You love to tour as well, and you're always coming in here and saying, well, I'm going off to Japan, or I'm going
not
off
always coming in. You know that, don't you?
No.
How long is it since we were last?
Well, we have to keep inviting you, so we keep getting the old Jersey fudge.
But I like coming in.
You don't phone, you don't write.
You don't invite me often enough. That's the problem.
Well, no, the truth is, you're on your island there, or you're away. But you go.
Jersey's like being in the UK. It's only half an hour by flying, and it's the same radio. I hear you over there. I listen to you over there. So it's not like we're.
I know they've got the internet, everything.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
So, but where do you go, like, for the year? I mean, do you do a tour every year or not?
No, it's the touring. If you work it out on a yearly basis, it's 9 months writing, recording, and 3 months touring. I'm not one of those people that can tour that much, because the writing is the key to what I do.
Yeah.
Without the songs. I mean, the great thing about this year is that I have a new album planned, which is going to be a kind of Latin-based album. But I've done 3 tracks in January, the big orchestra, one of them being Me Mum. So it's a really nice way to start the new year. It's kind of like one-offs.
Yeah.
I also have a nice ballad which I've written, which are not part of the next album. So I'm consistently, prolifically writing, which is basically what I do. We go to Singapore this weekend, and then we go to Japan for a few dates, and then I come back, and no English tour this year, but next year, with the album finished, we'll head off around the UK again.
It strikes me that you enjoy it more than you used to in the so-called even the heyday, and that this is probably, for you, this is your heyday.
Well, I love it, Steve. People say to me, what does it explain your writing ability and how you see the business? I see the business like this. I'm 66 years of age as a person. I'm very happy, and touch wood, reasonably healthy. As a songwriter, I'm still that 21-year-old hustling. Yeah. I'm hustling. And I think that's really good, because also what's relevant with me is that I don't use the technology to write songs. I use what I've always used, which is a piano, albeit it might be a more expensive piano than it was when I first started out. So nothing has changed. So as a songwriter, when I sit upstairs, try to write a tune, try to do a lyric, nothing has changed. It's just the age thing, which is a person, as I say, I'm quite happy with.
When you hear people like Adele, and when you hear people like One Direction, do you think, I might have a song for you? Or do you just marvel at their brilliance, or what?
I think it's fantastic. Of course, Adele is wonderful. She has a great voice. She doesn't need auto-tuning, thank God. Because interesting enough, auto-tuning is very popular with female singers.
I know, yeah.
It works better with women than it does with men.
Yeah.
But I think Adele is great. I mean, the fact that she can just sing to a piano, it's very old school, and she's not involved in that silly business of how she looks. She doesn't have to strip off to sell records. I love Rihanna, but I just wish she'd keep her clothes on.
There's a quote.
What about a band like One Direction? I mean,
great. I mean, I got the album. I love the songs on it. I'm interested in. You have to, again, you can't be writing stuff today and not liking and listening to what's going on. It would be kind of ludicrous to think that you're a good songwriter and a contemporary songwriter if you dislike and don't listen to what's going on. So in One Direction, I listen to it. It's good stuff on there, and I love the song they've done for the Comic Relief. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Cover of that
of Blondie.
Yeah, I love it.
Sliding up under our voices right now is Me Mum, once again by Gilbert O'Sullivan and the Male Treacle Choir, released this Sunday, which will be Mother's Day, 10th of March. And yes, you heard our good friend Gilbert O'Sullivan. Thank you very much, Gilbert. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You know where you are, she's running on. pass the ball.
She'll make the throw.
As a flyer,
What you know?
a jewel amongst the crown in any scrum. And she's been on